Hi everyone, welcome back. We're going to do a pick a card today entitled All About Your Next Relationship. So we have three groups here. We have this group number 1 with this crystal, group number 2 with this crystal, and group number 3 with this crystal. So if you want to pause or take a moment, just decide which group you're being pulled to. I will see you over at the timestamps. Hey, group number 1, welcome. Do a little cleansing of myself here. Okay, so this is group number 1 for all about your next relationship. If you have one that's pretty new, or if you are interested in more than one person, like dating, which is allowed, this may help you. I do still have the cough, so you may hear me sipping on a hot beverage. I apologize, but I'm trying not to cough. So group 1, we are going to start with the mutual energy of the relationship, which I believe is pronounced gnosis. Oh, I am wrong. Gnosis. Gnosis? Gnosis. I looked it up, but I forget. So this is the mutual energy of you two, or the energy of the relationship, kind of as a separate yet all-encompassing, entity. So I have gnosis. I think that means not instead of A or O. So I think it's gnosis. And it says innermost knowing, mystic truths. And here's a little saying: those who say they know, don't. Those who say they don't know, know. This card relates to the riddle and the shapeshifter. All concern themselves with revealing mystic truths. So this card, when light, is about contemplating the mystery and unanswerable questions. When it's dark, over intellectualizing and literalizing, asking others. So maybe kind of like innermost knowing, mystic truths. Maybe the vibe I'm getting, the feeling I'm getting here is like the high priestess. So kind of a yin energy and knowing. Yep, it says here, the card signifies a knowing that is life-changing. This is interesting. So I would say that the two of you in this relationship, either individually through work that you have done to grow yourself and become more intuitive, more spiritual, one of you may be bringing this energy to the relationship and helping the other, or both of you may be bringing this to the relationship, and so the relationship could kind of be the basis. So this is either like the basis or a help, but it's like a humbleness, the eternal student, the hunger for knowledge and experience, and also like the high priestess, just like this inner knowing. So I like that. That's interesting. Now what we're going to do is I have some animal cards and some archetype cards to try and help identify each person in this group. So you should see yourself and or the other person. You may see yourself more, you may see them more. That's okay. I was going to say that bat 1,000, but I don't even know what that saying is, and I don't know what it means, so I'm not even going to try because I'm sure I'll totally screw that up. But anyway, we can't 100% always get everything right. But I am going to be referring to this group as elephant and this group as swan. So let us get some high-level information on each of these animals, and I think that it will help us to pardon me, I'm really getting over this cough though. I'm doing a lot better. I will think that it will help us to identify each person. So the elephant: unstoppable, auspicious and wise, generous and loving. And I've always loved elephants. I've always had a connection to elephants. So we're going to look at this elephant as generous, loving, and wise. Let's not forget that. Generous, loving, and wise. So that's for this side. And while we're in the book, let's see if I can find the, oh, they put it black because it's on a white background. I was like, let's find the swan. Effortless creativity, sensitive, elegant power, infinite creative power, healing energy. I love it. So sensitive. I would say this person may be more intuitive, creative. So to me, this person is more the, oh, pardon me. This person is more sensitive. So, and this is a water sign. This is a fire. Damn it, I hate it when I do that. I'm sorry, you guys. This is a fire sign, and this is a water sign. So we'll just remember this sign is more sensitive and intuitive, and this sign as more loving and, God, my memory, Jesus, generous and loving. Okay. Sensitive, artistic, intuitive, generous, and loving. Alrighty. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the elephant. So the elephant, generous and loving. We also have Midas and Miser archetype card. If I could get it, these silly fingernails. So we have Midas, Miser. We have the light attributes and the shadow attributes. I'll read them both. None of us are perfect, and as positive as we want to be, we may have, a little bit of both. So I'll read them both. The light attributes: entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything into gold. Delight in sharing life's riches. So very, really good. Generous. And here, delight in sharing life's riches. So this person is, not the kind of person who, doesn't help, or if someone comes to them, they will help. This kind of person, if they have a kid or a grandkid, Christmas will be like insane. This is the kind of person, I think, giving is their love language, like giving gifts. And so for this person's like girlfriend or wife, they'll often say, hey, here you go. And the husband or wife will be like, oh my gosh. And they'll be like, yeah. And they just really love seeing that happiness and beauty. So very generous person. Now, this person on the other side, the shadow attributes, could be into hoarding money and emotions and obsessive fear of losing your wealth. So what this means is this person really does have it going on financially, or will. The good part of them is they really do love to share. With this hoarding, you can't do both. I would say this person could, though, while they love having the money and it's easy for them to make money and they love to share, they could have a fear of losing it, especially if they came up in a light, where did I get that? Where the hell did that word come from? Especially if they, it says light there. I need help. Especially if they grew up like in a poor household, or if they grew up in a family without too much money. They could have a fear of losing it, which is totally understandable, but something they probably want to work on. Now, I love this as well. So here, generous, here, loving, here, love. So you can tell this person is about love. Now, this person may not have known how to love themselves from the beginning. I believe that this person has done work. I think at one point this person did not believe that they were worthy of love or deserving of love, or maybe even worthy or deserving of, abundance and prosperity. And they did work, the inner spiritual searching, the eternal student. So they did work. They realized, oh my gosh, I am lovable. A, B, and C happened to make me think that I wasn't. My parents did love me to the best of their ability. And what they did may not have felt much like love. And it may have made me turn inside and think I was not lovable, but I am. And they did the best they could with what they had. And so once this person realized that once the elephant realized that they were lovable, it opened up a whole new, universe to them. It was like the law of attraction, the law of assumption. They're like, I'm lovable. Okay. The universe is like, you're lovable? Okay, here you go. Here's some money. Here's a partner. Here's some really good friends. It just starts coming in once you realize that you deserve it. And you know what? It's really hard to give love, healthy love, when you don't think that you're lovable. You're really more, usually when you think you're not lovable, you have a fear of being maybe used, or of being abandoned. You maybe feel like you have to sell yourself. Oh, let me cook dinners and do this and do that. So finding love and realizing that you are lovable really opens a whole new world to you. It makes you realize that you are worthy of love, and it calls love in. And then it also helps you to be able to have more healthy, balanced, not codependent, but just, really more healthy relationships. And this is quite apparent that you have done this work. So you are love. You are about love, elephant. And group number 1, I don't know if you are the elephant or your person, but this story may sound familiar to you. We have also the card for the elephant behind a mask. This, the elephant may have needed to feel like, that was poor sentence structure. The elephant may have felt like in the past that they needed to wear a mask. Before I realized that I was worthy of love, I always felt like the odd man out. I'd see these people, and not like I think I'm all that, but I'd see people that, I'm like, gosh, she's not even pretty as me, or, again, I don't think I'm, all that, but you know what I mean? I'd see people, and I'm like, they can find love and be in a happy relationship, and I can't. And, that just shows you how off and out of it I was, because it's not about being pretty on the outside. It's about being, healthy and balanced on the inside. I often felt like I was wearing a mask, like I was hiding my true self, who I didn't even know who that was, because it wasn't formed. I was like Jello in there or something. And I felt like I always tried to be whoever someone wanted me to be, whether in a relationship, at work, whatever. I never felt like me. I always felt like I had to hide behind a mask because I wasn't good enough. And I think this person did feel that. And I don't think this person wears a mask anymore. We also have for the elephant, gaining momentum. The energy is gaining momentum. And you know what? That's nice because this relationship has a really cool, good vibe energy. The elephant has a good vibe energy, loving, generous. I mean, just the elephant is love. The elephant has done the work. The elephant is spiritually inclined. I don't want to say advanced, but the elephant is, I hate that term woke too. But the elephant has done some work. The elephant's done a lot of work and is in a really good place. How's that without using all those cliches? And so the energy, the really cool energy of this relationship, this loving, generous, and let's see what all wonderfulness we have going on here. But the eternal student, the humbleness, the generousness, the lovingness, the generous here, realizing who they are. So all this good energy sauce is all mixed up and good, and so this energy is gaining momentum. And what that means is it's building. And it's building this elephant up to be a better person. It's going to help build this relationship up. I don't even know what we got going on over here, but the elephant's got it going on. And the energy of the elephant or the energy of the relationship is building. So let's just kind of see what happens here. So I said that the elephant is a fire sign, but we also, I also drew some zodiac cards. Now, please do not let any of this, when I call out signs or elements, do not let it deter you. Like we have fire here and we have earth here. You may be like, oh no, my person's an air sign. It can't be them. Yeah, it can. They could just have some fiery attributes or, parts of their personality. And Virgo, an earth sign, it could just be that this person is very solid and stable. So just look more to the attributes of the sign or the elephant. Or you could say, oh, this person's an air sign. They could have a Virgo rising and some type of a fire sign moon. I mean, you just don't know. So we do have the sign Virgo. That Virgo is an earth sign. Virgos are very analytical. But I will can be very nitpicky and annoying. You can see I'm related to one. Love them. But I'm just going to go to the earth sign. Earth signs are very into being stable, stacking their dough, just creating a solid, stable life, being comfortable, that type of a thing. And taking their time. So the elephant won't, meet you and want to move in a week. This person, the elephant, takes their time to get to know you, takes their time to make sure they know what they're doing. So let's go ahead and look at the swan. And you know what? With my wonderful memory that lasts about 30 seconds. I won't look at both of them in the next group. Effortless creativity, sensitive mystic, infinite creative power. So this person is very sensitive, very elegant, and very creative. Okay, so that's the swan's energy, sensitive, creative. Now, we also have for them the monk or nun. The light attribute, selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. Shadow attributes, pardon me, negative judgment of the physical world, excess piety. And this person does seem to be very spiritual. So what this means is this person is very humble, and they do have a dedication to spirit and enlightenment, that's the whole vibe that we got for the relationship. It does show that they can kind of say, oh, you watch The Housewives? Something like that, which I think I'm very spiritual. And yes, I do. Thank you very much. Not as much as I used to. I'm finding I can't watch stuff like I used to watch murder TV like crazy. And I find the more that I try and grow and become more in touch with my spiritual side, I have to leave some of that stuff behind. Every once in a while, I'll watch one of the more funner ones where the wives kill the husbands. Sorry, but not all of them. It's just, it gets too heavy. But anyway, so this person may have a little bit of that, negative judgment of the 3D, like, oh, you are so 3D. If you do that, you have to be way spiritual and woke. But I think this person really has most of the good attributes there. Now, the swan also has passion. This is beautiful. We can take it passion for their dedication to spirit, to learning, to becoming more enlightened. Their passion towards not only bettering themselves and growing, but to this relationship, to building this spiritual relationship up into something beautiful and long lasting and enduring and balanced. But not only that, this person definitely feels a passion for the elephant. So let's get a little 3D here. This person thinks the elephant is the bomb.com and wants to, jump their bones every chance they get. There's chemistry. And I think I think that goes definitely both ways. But to have a combination of love and passion is a beautiful thing. And then this person has professional assistance. And you know what? This makes me think that this person could be some type of spiritual teacher. Now, whether this is a life coach or a podcast person, maybe tarot reader. I think we're spiritual, and I know we're, all of us. I don't think I've ever seen a tarot reader that wasn't trying to help. That type of thing. I think that the swan is their job or their livelihood is, or they're trying to make, maybe switch from a more, 8 to 5 type of scenario to be able to provide professional spiritual assistance to everyone in their world. Because look, here we have monk and nun. I think in this person's past life, they were in the clergy. They definitely, this person, the swan in their past life definitely was in the clergy. So I think that's where they're going this life as well. We also have luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. So even though swan is a water sign, we do see Sagittarius here, which is a fire sign. This just shows that this person is lucky and blessed. And I think this person knows this. And whether they are throughout their life, or whether this card is indicating that this person is so lucky to have met this person, that is true. And so the swan is definitely, a very lucky person. Then we also have the sign Leo, which also is a fire sign. Now, Leos are, loyal, fun. I mean, if you see someone, at a party and they're, going around talking to a bunch of people, that's definitely a fire sign trait. This person is definitely, fun and, just super loyal. So what I like this person's balance, because here we have artistic and sensitive and intuitive and spiritual, but we also got a little fire going on here, and a little fire going on here, and then some Sagittarius here. So I think this person's very balanced. I think they have a lot of balance between the 3D and the 5D, because they're definitely all up in the 5D here. The 3D, I'm sorry. They're like all spiritual and, learning, eternal student, and the whole relationship. That's something that both these parties have in common. I think this person even wants to make it their living But I do see also a nice mix of fire and passion and joie de vie, you know, joy of life. Let's go ahead and pull a couple of tarot cards just to give us maybe some more info on this person. Pardon me. Info, background, maybe attributes, maybe something that's going on with them, maybe something that's going on between the two of you in the relationship. And again, I don't know if you are the elephant or the swan. So if, you know, this is all about your next relationship, and you are definitely like in there. So I may end up telling you a little bit more about yourself. And if you already know it, then that could just be confirmation. So let's go ahead and see where we end up here. Okay, I think that's enough. That wanted to cut right there. Okay, let's go ahead and see. Let's maybe let's maybe ask some questions. How do you guys see the relationship? The Six of Cups. Ah, that's beautiful. So both of you guys see the relationship as beautiful. The Six of Cups is, I use beautiful a lot. It means a lot to me, but I know it's just kind of can be kind of a vague word. But the Six of Cups is about young, sweet, precious love. It can be about reconciliation. And if it's not about reconciliation, if you guys are together and have never broken up and reconciled, what it means is that you definitely knew each other, had some type of relationship in a past life, and you have now found each other in this life. And you know, that's the kind of beautiful vibe that I was getting anyway. What is Spirit's thoughts on, you know, maybe anything to watch out for in this relationship? Ooh. And you know, not necessarily negative, but like what could be coming. We have the Ace of Cups. Now, the Ace of Cups is about a new emotional connection. And you know, I did get the vibe that this might be kind of new. And so either one or the other of you, and I'm feeling like it's the elephant because they're just so much about love. But then you know what? The swan is a water sign, so I don't know. Either both of you to each other or one of you to the other, kind of starting things out, has, you know, they're offering a big, huge cup of love. And they're saying, hey, I'm here. I'm invested. I'm devoted. I give you all my love. I think that's kind of beautiful. Let's pull another card just for current energy. We have the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords is about, you know, making sure that you see things clearly and making sure that you, you know, make any decisions that need to be made with open eyes, because this either means this person's not seeing something clearly, or it means they have gone inside, you know, to look for the answer. So this message is go inside and really look. This person is slow moving. This person is super intuitive and thoughtful. So make sure whatever decisions you make regarding this relationship, that you go inside and you remain thoughtful and just no willy-nilly stuff, okay? Now, I'm going to pull 2 cards about potential jobs that you guys could have. You know, just some silliness. Just kind of see. Oh, and of course I dropped all of them. Oh. Come on, jobs. Okay. So we have travel. So one person could either have to travel for their job or be in the travel industry, and transportation. That's interesting. And transportation, I was thinking more like shipping goods and stuff like that, and this more like someone that had to travel. But that's interesting because they both kind of jive. So I think that's beautiful. You guys may even meet each other through, you know, at work, through some type of common, common job. So anyway, elephant and swan. I don't know which one you are, but when you meet each other, you should know each other right away. And that's how you'll know. The person will feel familiar. But I see good tidings. I love it. So thank you so much, group number 1, for joining me, and see you next time. Hey, group number 2. Welcome. This is the all about your next relationship pick a card reading. So let's go ahead and get going. So the circular card in the middle represents the energy of the kind of relationship overall, if you will. And then we have one person here. I'm going to call them the mouse. And one person here, I'm going to call them the crocodile. I don't know which one you are. So if you resonate with one side or the other, that's fine. But the intent of the reading, if this is your group, the intent of the reading is to let you know all about your relationship, which, of course, includes you. So, you know, it'll have the dynamics, anything that you guys have in common, you know, that kind of thing. Pardon me. So we're going to go ahead and look at all of the oracle cards. I'm just going to pull a couple of tarot for energy, and then I'm just going to pull a couple of cards relating to jobs that people could have to kind of help, identify your person or your group. So let's go ahead and get started. We are going to start with identifying the energy of the relationship. You know, this could be if one person has like a way, the heck's the table? Oh, there it is. If one person has a way more, not dominant, but kind of way more, I guess I'll use dominant, but not in a bad way, vibe that kind of covers the relationship, like maybe they're a leader or a healer. This could be them. But usually I'm finding that it's kind of about the overarching vibe. So let's go ahead and see. So we have the flame, page 167. Oop. And the flame, this is about the tools. Interesting. Okay, so the flame, the fire, the spark, the glimmer. I like that. Health, mental clarity, and good digestion. The archetypal fire is at the beginning of all transformation, purification, and manifestation. Nearly every spiritual lineage honors the fire. In Sanskrit, the word for fire is, I might be saying it wrong, Agni. The ancient yogis saw this flame at the center of the abdomen and believed it to be responsible for our vitality. So that is the, I'm learning about all the chakras. I want to say sacral, maybe? When it is lit, we are connected to our purpose and sense that life is a sacred gift. It is said that those who cannot see the sacred around them have let their inner flame go out. Think of this card as a call to reignite that fire. Interesting. It is likely that the poet, the mystic, or the shaman would call to you with the language of the flame. So we may have a poet, a shaman, or a mystic. Very interesting. So it looks like the common energy or between you two, or the energy of the relationship, is the flame, which is the the fire between you two, and the fire of the relationship. So I would say that this is a very passionate relationship. And let me see here. I'm learning about this, and I'm not going to lie and pretend like I don't. Relationships and emotions, sexuality, intimacy. Yeah, sensitivity, sensuality. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, so that's what the relationship's about, and I think that's beautiful. You guys really have, you're in touch that way, and you have that, and nothing wrong with that at all. So let's start with for the individuals. Let's start over here with the mouse, and let me see how quickly I can find that. It's usually the last one that I look at. Like if I start in the front, it's in the back. If I start in the back, it's in the front. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, interesting. Okay. Mouse. Detail-oriented, small-minded, nitpicky, nervous. Isn't that interesting? Organized, resourceful, prepared. The mouse has an innate desire to tend to details. Often spends its day fixing, preparing, organizing, and scrutinizing, but sometimes the mouse personality doesn't notice when they've gone too far. And doing all that all the time can have them begin to have a fearful vision of life, and try and control everything. And so the advice for the mouse when they find themselves doing that is to try and kind of step back and look at the larger picture. And the advice to the other person would be, hey, understand that this is just somewhere that this person sometimes goes. But I'd say that this person is definitely, not a bad person, not a negative person. They could just have a tendency to try and overthink things and maybe try to control them. Normally, people who try to control things, it's just because they feel a lack of control in their life. They feel maybe kind of lost or not heard or whatever, and so they just try and control things just so that they feel, better about things. It's usually not even though it can be hellish to live with someone who's a control freak, it's usually not a, they don't wake up and go, ha ha ha, I'm going to control everything in this relationship. It's just kind of an urge that they have, something kind of that they can't help. So, not a bad person, just can be overly analytic and, perhaps controlling. Okay, but they also pay attention to details, and they're a hard worker. Okay. What other cards do we have to describe this person? We have the Alchemist. Now, this card has a light attribute and a shadow attribute, so the good parts and the bad parts. I am going to read both because no one is all light, and there may be some people that are all shadow. But we'll look at both, because some people can and most likely do have light and dark attributes. So anyway, the Alchemist, light attribute, transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. I like it. So what I believe it's saying is the message that I'm getting is everyone has base motives. The need for shelter, the need for love, the need for, whatever. And this person takes those base motives and goals and turns them into wisdom. So this person turns every opportunity in their life into a lesson, something good. So it could be, this person, maybe something bad happens to this person and they feel a need to fix it or, whatever, and they do. But then they look back and they go, wow, that was a very important lesson that I learned. I will be sure to remember that. So this person turns things into lessons and learns from them. Shadow attribute, misuse of the power and knowledge that come through a spiritual practice. Okay, that could be not caring enough about the whole, being more self-involved. I wouldn't say necessarily like black magic or anything, but, spiritual love, to be spiritual is to really trying to be in connection with the universe and to be one with everyone and to love everyone, to understand everyone, to accept everyone. And this is just someone that when they say spiritual practice, I don't know if they actually mean like practicing witchcraft or maybe through their job they take advantage of people. I'm not sure. But so light attribute, they turn everything into a lesson, a good lesson. Shadow attribute, they can tend to use it for self-gain. We have the card willpower. And this is great. I'm thinking that the mouse is understanding and knowing that, because here we see that they're growing, they're learning lessons, they're turning everything in their life that happens, good and or bad, as an opportunity to learn. So, and that's wonderful because the mouse can have, like we spoke about, the mouse can have the tendency to build, mountains out of molehills, can, maybe be too analytical or critical, try and control things. And it looks here like they're taking everything that's going on and they're learning lessons. I think that the mouse is using very strong willpower and, the growth that they're going through to try and curb the more controlling or base feelings that they may have, or these characteristics that they have that they know that other people might like. Very few people like to be controlled. Very few people like to be overly analyzed or criticized. And this shows me that the mouse is working on this, and I like that. So the mouse is concerned with spiritual growth. Here, interesting, we have an intention card, and it's called playing it safe. Staying in the same energy, the same place, the same job, the same relationship, if they are not serving you. Because you can be in a fantastic job for all your life, and that's great. I'm not saying sticking around somewhere is not a good thing. Let me take a sip. But staying somewhere that is not good for you or is not serving you is playing it safe. And what this shows me is that, again, the mouse has the intention to stop playing it safe, because the mouse sees that playing it safe is not getting them anywhere. Playing it safe is continuing on the same old way. The mouse knows that being overly analytical, overly critical, overly controlling is not working for them. The mouse does not want to play it safe anymore. The mouse wants to grow because they've met someone who has lit a spark, lit a fire under their ass, and they're super attracted to them and interested in them. They don't want to continue on the way that they've been going. They want to manifest a change in their personality so that they can participate in a healthy way in this relationship. They want to grow. So they're no longer playing it safe. We have a win-win outcome is forecast. And we have the scales here for balance. And for a couple of reasons, I love that. The mouse is trying to find balance. The mouse is working on finding balance. When the mouse, hears themselves maybe with the thought and the intent of helping, but then sees themselves going down a critical road, or with the intent of trying to organize something or plan something with the best of intentions, finds themselves getting super controlling, the mouse is saying, whoa, I need to find more balance here. I need to stop myself. I need to get the rubber band on the wrist and snap it. I need to yell stop to myself in my head. And by doing this, a win-win outcome is forecast. So what this shows me is that the mouse is really working on themselves. They really understand what they're doing that is not serving them and will not serve a healthy relationship. And they're okay, they understand, like they're not down on themselves. They're like, okay, something I've got to work on. And they're working on it. And here we're getting a message from Spirit saying a win-win outcome is forecasted because this mouse is really working on it. Then we also have the sign of Aquarius. Pardon me. Please do not let this throw you off if you think, oh, this is my person. And then we say Aquarius and you're like, oh, that's not my person. The intent of this card is, yes, it could be an Aquarius, but an Aquarius is also an air sign. So say it could be an air sign. Aquarius could be one of their other placements. It could be their rising sign, could be their moon sign, could be their Venus, which would be appropriate because this is like a relationship reading. But also, Aquarius is very open-minded and I'd say a bit of a rebel. And so if your person, has those attributes, this may be a clue for you as well. The mouse could be, a totally different sign. Like this, the mouse is, that's the earth sign symbol. And so earth signs are very solid, slow moving, stable. Maybe the mouse aspires to be more like the Aquarius. Maybe the mouse wants to be more of a rebel. Maybe the mouse wants to be more of a free spirit. This could be that message, that the mouse really wants to grow and change. Not totally lose themselves. I think the mouse is pretty awesome, and I think the mouse loves themselves, but the mouse really does want to change some of their behaviors. So on this side we have the crocodile, and you would think I would know this one by now because for some reason I get it a lot, but I don't. Okay. The crocodile. The crocodile reminds us to step back from the external world and turn inward. Now is not the time for decisions, action, or discussion. The crocodile's mantra is wait. Doesn't mean laying around hoping that things will get better. It just means intentionally withdrawing for a minute until it's time to bust a move. So we have wise, patient, a silent powerhouse. So here we have a mouse all up in their head trying to control things, and here we got it laid back, cool, quiet. Crocodile. Wise, patient. Going inward. They know that they'll make the move when the time is right, and they'll know when that is. I like it. Chill. chill vibe. Here we have energetic, frenetic. Here we have chill. What else do we have for the crocodile? We have Messiah, the light attribute, serving humanity with humility. Then we have the shadow attribute, exaggerated belief that you are the only means through which a cause can succeed. Okay, so this person could be very selfless in that they are somehow serving humanity, whether it's through their job, whether they're a volunteer person, or whether they're just that kind of person. Maybe you're walking down the road and there's someone there that needs help and they offer them some money or some food or, a pair of shoes. This is the kind of person, that will help. Or if, the car's broken down and, they'll say, hey, do you need a hand? This is that kind of person. But this person could have a tendency, and I've done this myself and catch myself still doing this sometimes. This person could be the one that says, if you want it done right, you have to do it yourself. So this person could be could have that tendency as well. So if you hear this person say that, you could be, aha, that's that person Cindy was talking about. But all in all, chill, laid back, knows when the time is right to make a move. Here, serving humanity with humility. I like the hues. So pretty decent, interesting person. Then we have blessings. This person, the crocodile, knows how lucky they are. The crocodile, even, they can have a bad day, like, frickety, and this and that happened, and Ted at work was a real ass, and, all that. They can have a bad day. I'm not saying that they're a saint, but, pardon me, this crocodile really basically is like an optimist, a Pollyanna. This crocodile is so thankful for everything that they have. They know that what they have is blessings. They know that they are being watched over by their spirit guides, by their angels, by their ancestors, and by relatives who have passed over. The crocodile feels them. A lot of time when the crocodile goes introspective, they may even be kind of telepathically, if you will, communicating. If the crocodile is a traditionally religious person, they call that praying. But it could be meditation. So they say the crocodile goes inward. So when the crocodile goes inward, they could either be praying or doing meditation or somehow communicating with their, I'll just call them all angels or spirit guides. But this crocodile is just so thankful. Plus, this crocodile does see the mouse as a blessing. This crocodile sees, the crocodile's so laid back, even though the mouse may have the tendency to be a little controlling or, kind of, well, you should do it this way or something like that. The crocodile gets it, and the crocodile sees the work that the mouse is doing, the changes that the mouse is making. And the crocodile just adores the mouse and thanks God or spirit or the universe every day or very often for the mouse. I just see that. Here we have the energy of fear. I could take this a couple ways. Although the crocodile, that is enough, Tabitha. That's enough. Although the wind is super windy and every time something blows, she's freaking out. My apologies. The crocodile, even though they're very thankful and in touch, they could be fearful that they might, lose this. Or I'm thinking that with the energy, they're very tapped into why the mouse does what they do. And we talked about that. The mouse feels like not in control. I think the mouse probably had things happen in childhood where maybe overbearing parents, I hate to always blame the parents, but come on, overbearing parents or whatever, they were never allowed to really make a decision. And so they feel afraid to make decisions. And because they're afraid to make decisions, they have a tendency to overanalyze and, overthink things, overanalyze, and be critical, not even of others, but probably even of themselves. And so I think the crocodile realizes that that energy is from fear, and they understand it. They don't get like pissed off. They don't roll their eyes or get pissed off or go, I can't take this anymore. They see the work that the mouse is doing. They understand what is causing it, and they deal with it. They're able to look at the bigger picture. And that's what this card says. Full moon in Sagittarius. So the crocodile is able to get out of the minutia, not take things personally, and they're able to kind of look at things from maybe a more, I don't know, what's the word? Not organic. What's the word when you look at everything like in a whole? I can't think of the word right now, but you know what I mean. They don't look at the mouse and go, and they don't, they look at everything and they understand why, and they even understand their own reactions sometimes. And even if the reactions can tend to kind of be a little negative, they're like, gotta chill. I understand why. And I'm willing to work on this person with this. Now we have the Cancer card here, which is a water sign, and we have the crocodile, which is also a water sign. So group 2, one of yous, either you or your person, could definitely be a water sign. And water signs are emotional, loving, nurturing, and I kind of get that vibe from the crocodile. They're deep, introspective, kind of quiet. And I feel that way about water signs, especially like Scorpios, but Cancers too. Just kind of deep, quiet, very deep. Deep waters run still, is that what they say? And they say how still the crocodile is. I think this is a clue that the crocodile is very loving, very nurturing, but also definitely could be a water sign. We do have Sagittarius here, which is a fire sign, so that could be part of it. And then what else? Sagittarius, the flame, the fire, the spark. You're like a nervous Nelly, you're like a chill dude, but you both got something going on right here. I'll tell you that. You guys have the flame. You've got the flame of love. You've got the flame of chemistry. You've got the flame of passion. You guys really have some kind of a really cool, decent connection going on here, group 2. We're just going to pull a couple cards here, and then I'm going to pull 2 cards to see if I can figure out what job you guys have, what industry maybe you work in. Let me see here. Okay. Let's cut. Now, what we're going to look at first is the overall energy of the relationship. We have the Chariot. Beautiful. Moving forward, victory. Love it. So I see things moving forward here. Spirit is telling me that things will be moving forward here. What are maybe challenges, or the heck is this on my card? Some kind of smush. What are challenges or opportunities in this relationship? The Devil. Maybe you need to watch for a tendency to be codependent. I would definitely do that. With the mouse trying to control things and run things, I have a feeling that the mouse definitely may have a history, pardon me, of being in codependent relationships. What that means is in relationships for a not healthy, not good for them reason. I could definitely see that with the mouse due to their need to feel in control, like, oh, I have to have a relationship, that kind of thing. So I'd say this is probably most likely for the mouse. Watch your tendency to go codependent. But I don't think the crocodile would let them. And then advice or guidance from Spirit. Princess of Wands, which is the Page of Wands. Moving forward, message of love, interest. It's a fire. The Wands is fire. I kind of like that as like the closing note. Talking about so this is the page, which is the Messenger of Wands. Message of interest, message of action. Like, hey, I don't know how long you guys have been together or if you're just getting together, but this is like, hey, I like you. I want you. So this is what I have for you, group number 2. I think it's good. I love it. I think you guys make a cute couple. So I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hey, group number 2. I was going to pin a note in the comments for you because I forgot to do your, potential jobs that you guys could have. And I was like, no, I am going to film a little ending to this doggone thing. With your reading, I was racing to end it before the freaking camera cut me off. It cuts off after 30 minutes. And I thought I was done. So anyway, I pulled 3 for you, and here's why. I came up with actor, and then I came up with bartender, and I was like, you know what? A lot of actors do other jobs while they're getting started. And I thought, bartender might be just like the perfect job because they could work at night and be available during the day for auditions and stuff like that. So my thought was pull another one. And then I got healthcare. Healthcare could be nurse, doctor, it could be Reiki, it could be project manager for an insurance company, it could be a claims processor. So anyway, so do with that is I tried to keep them pretty high level. So for group number 2, we have healthcare, bartender, and actor. So sorry, I forgot, and there you go. And I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Group number 3, welcome. So this is the all about your next relationship. Pick a card reading. Pardon me. What we're going to do is we're going to look at the energy of the relationship, which is represented by this card. Then we have one person here who I will call the fish, and then one person here who I will call the spider. And we'll talk about attributes, characteristics. We'll also talk about what they have in common, or how this person may balance this person out, or how this person may understand what this person is going through, that type of thing. Then I'm going to pull a couple of tarot cards just for some energy, just a couple of quick questions. And then I will pull cards of jobs to help maybe determine if the reading is for you. I have some cards that just, have industries or, types of jobs. So we'll look at that. So let's go ahead and get going. So the overall energy, the overall energy of the relationship is, let me make sure I'm looking at the right page, or I could be here for days. And we don't want that. No, we do not. Okay, is the riddle 171. That's a nice number, too. Okay, the riddle. The puzzle, the question, the mystery. Who am I? The only way to work with a riddle successfully is to not work. I like that. A great awakening or aha moment. Isn't that interesting? So this could mean that meeting this person is like you recognize them, aha, and you know you're supposed to be with them, aha, or being with them is like an awakening, same kind of thing. What this leads me to believe immediately is that there is some type of past life relationship here. Whether it's soulmate or twin flame or any of that, I don't know. We'll see, maybe. But definitely, I do believe that you guys have been together, known each other in some way, pardon me, in a former life, which is cool beans. Okay. When the riddle is present, one must stop searching for the right answer. It cannot be found, and ultimately, it's not important. Rather, there must be a shift from the literal to the metaphorical, from logic to mythic. You are thinking too small and literally about the situation. The riddle card appears when the energy is deep and mysterious. Beautiful. There's a profound lesson to be learned. Get used to the limitations of your intellect and the reality of not knowing. I love that. They say someone who thinks they know everything knows nothing, and someone who thinks they know nothing knows everything. So that's the whole relationship is great awakening, aha moment, and the knowing that, you know, they really know nothing. There is no right answer. And it's kind of cool not knowing. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, let's talk about the fish. So let's get the energy of the fish, see what kind of a person this is. First of all, this is a water sign, fish, makes sense. We have restlessness, change of focus, lost in the current. But then we also have adaptable, travels well. This person could get distracted and change their mind often. That's the worst thing. The fish loves to be subsumed, never heard that word before, in life's current. Nothing pleases it more than movement, and more movement. The roaming lifestyle of the fish may be exhilarating for a while, but usually leads to weariness and slippery relationships. So, you know, they're saying advice to the fish is find some peace and calm, and the moon will soothe your soul. So let's just say the fish is definitely an adventurous person, very adaptable. They could get distracted easily, change their mind often. So definitely not, you know, like super solid, like an earth sign. And the person that would do well with the fish would do well to understand. And I would say to try and find some kind of balance to where, sure, let's travel 6 months out of the year, but then this other 6 months, let's chill here, you know, that kind of a thing. You know, I would, you know, unless the person they meet is a traveler as well, then wouldn't that be Marvy? So let's see. For the archetype card, we have the thief. Let's see if that's really bad. The light attribute sheds light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. Sheds light on the potential wealth within you. You know, it's saying that the fish can see that which is in you, which no one can take away, which is your beauty, inner, outer. It says within, so let's talk about inner stuff. So your inner beauty, your ability to, you know, your ability to love and care for others, your dignity, the Whitney Houston song, you can't take away my dignity because the greatest love is the love you have inside. Okay, you can tell I'm a real good singer. But they shed light on people. You know, people maybe feel bad about themselves and they're like, that is so much bullshit. You are so cool. You are so good. They're full of shit. They're jealous. The fish is that kind of a person. Let's look at the shadow attribute. Stealing money, creative ideas, affection, or other powers you think you lack. So it's saying that the person could be insecure and feel like, I mean, the money's just like so 3D, but they may like hear someone's idea and steal it. steal affection. Maybe they try and get other people's relationships. You know, it just like, it sounds like to me like being jealous and trying to get what other people have. So this person could have some of those attributes. But I think the main message here is this person is so ready to call out the good parts of people and remind them, you know, how good they are, what, and you know, who they are and what they have inside of them. And I think that's beautiful. We also have the reconciliation card. Not sure how this plays out. The first thing that came to mind is this may be a reconciliation between you two from a former life. I don't see anything here that says that you guys have been together for a long time and broke up or anything. We don't have tarot. We're only going to pull a few tarot. I'm really trying to just talk more about the person that you're going to be in the relationship with, not necessarily say how it's going to go. So I'm thinking this reconciliation card is about you two reconciling in this lifetime. Beautiful. I will go for that. A creative endeavor. Well, isn't that fascinating? So if you guys have not met yet, fish or spider, I believe that you will meet. So if anyone invites you anywhere, go. Unless, well, never mind. I believe you guys will meet at somewhere to do with the arts, somewhere to do with music. Could even be somewhere for an outside activity like boating or hiking. And we also have a camera and books here. So maybe you might have an interest in photography and, you know, go somewhere and do something that has to do with photography, and also books. You could meet the person at Barnes and Noble. You could be going to an author's, what do they call that? I can't even remember what they call it. I remember Carrie from Sex and the City. She went and she read a little bit and everyone clapped. I forget what those are called. But yeah, so art, music, the outdoors, photography, writing or reading. So remember those, because this may be where you meet your next person if you have not met. Or if you have met them and it was through something like this, there you go. There's your confirmation. So we have meditate and contemplate. Whoa, I just got chills. What do you see on this meditate and contemplate card? Fish, new moon in Pisces. And then we also have the Scorpio card, which is a water sign. I believe that this person is a water sign or either has super duper strong water placements. This card is advice from spirit. We see that the fish is kind of flighty, a traveler, easily distracted, changes their mind. So let's just say maybe kind of flighty. If you are the fish, Spirit's advice to you is to meditate and contemplate. I'm still trying to learn how to meditate. I'm a Sagittarius sun with a Gemini moon, and Gemini rising, Cancer moon, and I am having a hell of a time. I can only do the guided meditations, which I really enjoy. I think I just kind of don't get it. I'm trying to learn. But anyway, fish, Spirit is saying, try to learn how to chill. Meditate, calm your mind, and contemplate. That means really think about things before you do them. That's funny. I know someone who is a water sign who just jumps. They get a thought and they do it. Big things that they regret. So fish, take your time. Meditate, contemplate, cogitate, do all the tates. But really think about stuff before you do it. Work on that a little bit. And then we have Scorpio. Now, Scorpio is a water sign. Now, I've said it for the other two. I'm going to say it for you. Oh, and you're like, oh yeah, this is my person. Oh, Scorpio. Oh, no, can't be my person. Please don't do that. This is just like a vibe. This is just like, if they are Scorpio, it just shows you how awesome I am. But it could be another water sign, which is Cancer or Pisces. They could have some Scorpio traits, or they could have Scorpio in their other placements, like maybe rising or moon, and maybe you don't even know, maybe you only know their sun sign, if that. So Scorpios are water signs. We got fish. We got water. Scorpios are deep. Scorpios are very emotional. I don't know about nurturing. I do know a few Scorpios, and I found them to be more self-involved than nurturing, but that's just me. Don't hate. I could be wrong. But, very emotional. I think wear their heart on the sleeve. I think the thing with Scorpio is they hide it. They hide their feelings. Maybe that doesn't mean they're self-involved. Maybe it just means they're afraid to share their feelings comfortably. Okay, so I think we have a good picture of the fish. We know some things about them. We know that the fish and the spider are reconciling in this lifetime. We know where you will meet. Spirit. We have advice from Spirit, and then we also have a couple of other characteristics for the fish. Let us now, if I can find, no, of course I went straight to the wrong place. Let us find the spider. Earth. Spider's in our sign. Okay, whatever. So spider is Earth. And let's see if I can find it here. Of course not. Started in the front end, so it must be in the back. That's fine. That's fine. That's okay. That's okay. Spider. Ooh. Creator of prosperity through life's work. Dharma. Appreciative, enthusiastic, and prosperous. I think spiders are creepy, so I'm glad to hear all these wonderful things about spiders. The spider is an ingenious creature. Its greatest gift is weaving the thread of Dharma into a vast, intricate web that supports the spider and those around it, both financially and spiritually. It's hard work, but the spider neither tires nor becomes impatient. This card reminds us creativity is everywhere. Be process-oriented rather than results-oriented, and soon your work becomes like the weaving of a magical, priceless tapestry. Abundance follows. You know what? I'm finding that. I'm just learning that. If you get into the process and enjoy just the doing rather than the having or the result, it's pretty awesome. But you know what I need to do here? Hold on. I know what karma is, and I've heard what dharma is, but I forget. Hold on here, you guys. Oh, son of a biscuit. Oh, there we go. Dharma. Sanskrit. It is a key concept with multiple meanings in Indian religions such as Hinduism, Buddhism. Although there is no direct single word translation for Dharma in Western languages, it is commonly translated as righteousness, merit, or religious and moral duties. The aims of life, behaviors that are in cosmic law and order. Okay. So, the path of righteousness. So let's read this one real quick here again. Its greatest gift is weaving the thread of Dharma into a vast, intricate web. Cool beans. Pretty deep. Creator of prosperity through life's work. I love it. I'm just learning that concept. Quit being so results driven. Be process oriented. When you do a painting, don't I have to hurry up and finish this painting. Do the freaking painting. Be there now. Enjoy making the painting. Americans especially were so results oriented. Storyteller. Light attribute, ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. Shadow attribute, making up tales that harm others. Tattletales. I love it. So the spider has the ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. Look at that. A weaver, a writer, tapestry maker. Beautiful. Empowerment. I think the spider has learned the lesson of be here now, enjoy the process. Don't become attached to the outcome. And it's really empowered the spider. It's been very empowering. You know what's so cool too? Just got chills. The spider's ability to be here now and not worry about the outcome or the future makes them the perfect partner for the fish. Because the fish can be kind of flighty and want to move, and the fish does need to chill a little bit. But, the fish does also have their beautiful attributes. But the spider's able to deal with it. The spider gets it. Whether the spider wants to stay home or go with the fish and, become van life, I don't know. But the spider gets it. That's kind of beautiful. Okay. Then for the spirit of the spider, we have family, friends, and guides. When you're weaving Dharma and you are that in touch with your connection to building your life and making your life how you want it to be and telling the story, I could see where you would be this person, the spider. The spider is the glue that holds the family together. The spider is the glue that holds the friends together. There's a group of people, and I always think, it's better to have 2 or 3 good friends instead of, a bunch of acquaintances. But with the spider, they do have like a lot of friends, more than 2 or 3, but these friends love the freaking spider. These friends are built into the spider's tapestry, into the spider's web. These friends are family. And they love the spider, and the spider's like one of the main things. Like if someone here were to say, hey, let's go do such and such. Well, have you called the spider? No, you better call the spider. We're not going anywhere without the spider. That's the thing. And then look at the guides. The spider is so in touch with their spirit guides, their angels, their family members who have passed, their ancestors. The spider is weaving the tapestry of their life, but in that they include what they've learned through life, which is what they've learned from the spirit guides, from God, from their experiences in the universe, but also their family and friends. Oh, this is freaking beautiful. I want to meet the spider. Then we have a personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. Now, I find this interesting because Cancer is a water sign. And so if there was any issue that the spider had or that the fish had, I believe that it has to do with the fish. And I believe that if there was any personal issue that, like maybe the fish needed help. Maybe, the fish will jump at a dime and go jump on a bus to Poughkeepsie, right? Or Walla Walla. I'm trying to think of all the funny names. The fish will go jump on a bus to anywhere in a New York second. And perhaps, the fish had met the spider and now the fish is freaking who knows where. And the spider says, do you know what? I don't care where you go. I get it. You're a free spirit. You go. But the spider also says, but you know what? I love you. We were together before and we need to be together now. and you're part of me. You are woven into my life. You were then and you are now. So I'm giving you money and you need to come back and let's figure this out. And so if any of that happened, this is totally confirmation. I don't know where that's coming from, but that's the message that I get. Then we also have the Sagittarius card. Now again, it's not Sagittarius. Okay, this isn't my reading. Nope. Sagittarius is a fire sign. This person takes action. This person is creative. This person is a go-getter. This person is witty. I'm a Sagittarius. This person is good looking. What else? So, I mean, this person, has all the Sagittarian attributes. This person has probably fiery, aspects to them. Also, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, which is, about expansion. It's also, I'm not going to pretend like I'm the Zodiac queen here, the astrology queen, but I do know it's about higher learning. Maybe it's the house. I'm learning. I got a couple of books. You know why I'm learning? Because I'm fascinated and I think it will help me here. But Sagittarius is about, the perpetual student, always learning. And what do we have here? The riddle. What did we learn during the riddle? That there's no answer, and quit looking for the answer, and life will be better for you when you realize that there is no answer. And this Sagittarius is always looking for the answer. I love it. I love the dichotomy there. So anyway, I think it's cool. I could see you guys totally together, fish and spider. I love it. Okay, we're just going to pull a couple of tarot cards, and then I'm going to do the jobs, which I forgot to do for group number 2. So I'm going to have to put it in the, or maybe I could make a quick little, I think I'm going to make a quick little video of the jobs for them. I feel pretty bad about that. Okay, let's go ahead, and we're just going to pull 3 cards. We already know who these people are. I think we've got some of the story. The fish didn't leave the spider. The fish just did their thing. And the spider's like, get your ass back here. At least right now, please. One thing I love about the fish, they could be flaky, but they see the beauty in everyone. And they'll tell you. That gives me chills. That's freaking beautiful. Don't forget where you may meet or where you did meet. Hiking, the beach, something to do with art show, art supply store, music, maybe a concert, maybe a music store, instrument, whatever, guitar center, and then photography or reading or writing, Barnes and Noble, whatever. I know there's other bookstores, but that's one of my favorite ones. Okay, what is the overall energy? We have the 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups is about someone maybe feeling a little down and not noticing an opportunity right at their fingertips. Maybe they're a little, down in life, or, just mentally kind of like, not having a good day. I'm feeling like that could be the fish. The fish just kind of, maybe something didn't go well and they took off and they're missing an opportunity. And Spirit's saying, you're missing an opportunity, fish. Don't miss this opportunity. What is a challenge or opportunity? Well, there's an opportunity right there, but what is a challenge or opportunity in this relationship? King of Wands. Interesting, we have the King of Wands there, and we have Sagittarius there. So the opportunity, the King of Wands is, pardon me, a man of honor, natural born leader, someone who has vision. So there may be either a challenge here with someone kind of maybe being too bossy with the leader thing. But I'm the vibe I'm getting here is someone needs to be a leader right now. And I don't see these two people as, leader. I don't know. I see these two people coexisting in beautifulness. Sometimes you see a strong leader, and that's what someone wants. I want my man to be a strong leader, or the guy, I want a strong woman, whatever. I don't see that need here. But I do see in this instance for this reconciliation to occur, because this just feels so new to me. I think someone needs to be a leader for a minute and make a decision. And that's what I think. That's the story that I told. I think the spider I think maybe the fish has called the spider, or the spider has found out, the fish, split and stuck somewhere. And the spider saying, you need to come back. And I think that is the opportunity here. And I think the spider's taking it. And then advice from Spirit. 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords is about winning at all costs, conflict. I really don't see, if I could see where one or the other of these people were like, well, let's look at the shadow attribute. Stealing money, creative ideas, stealing power, making up tales that harm others. If these guys do, on a bad day, show some of their shadow attributes, their not so good signs, the advice from Spirit is don't make this a win-lose situation. Don't fuck this up. This could be beautiful. Don't make it win-lose. This is win-win. It's got win-win written all over it. And that's the advice from Spirit, Group 3. I think it's beautiful. I always, when I do that, I feel like I know you guys. And I dig the fish, and I love the spider, and together, I just see you guys. I just see it awesome. Plus, one thing I know, you have known each other before. That's amazing. So anyway, thank you, Group 3. I'm about ready to do it again. Travel, customer service. There you go.